I took off my shirt, then removed my pants and walked straight into the icy lake water. But I'd only taken a few steps when I suddenly started sinking down fast. This scared the hell out of me, so I quickly swam back to shore. Realizing that going straight into the water wouldn't work, I gathered a pile of wood and picked out pieces that were the right size to push into the lake. Then I stepped back into the freezing water. Holding onto the wood, I swam to approximately the right spot, took a deep breath, and dove underwater toward the plane that had sunk to the bottom of the lake. My goal was to get the supplies inside the cabin, especially the satellite phone. But during the crash, the satellite phone had fallen into a crevice, so I couldn't find it. I didn't have enough oxygen to stay underwater searching, so I could only grab 2 backpacks before quickly surfacing. The long time spent soaking in the lake water had left me almost numb. To prevent any accidents, I hurried back toward shore. Suddenly, I heard the roar of a wild animal behind me. I turned around to see a brown bear searching through my campsite. It found what little food I had left and swallowed it whole, packaging and all. All I could do was helplessly accept this situation. But soon I noticed something else was wrong. The brown bear was heading toward my companion's body. I splashed the water, trying to scare the bear away. Fortunately, the bear wasn't very hungry, sniffed around briefly, then lost interest and slowly disappeared into the woods. Only then did my tense nerves finally relax. To prevent this from happening again, as soon as I got back to shore, I immediately dragged my companion's body away and found a place to bury him. Afterward, I returned to camp and went through the backpacks I'd brought back from the cabin. In one, I found nothing but electronic devices and non-essential items like a sewing kit and glasses. When I opened the other bag, I discovered bundles of neatly wrapped cash. Since the bag was sealed tight enough, even after being soaked in water, all the money was perfectly intact. But for me right now, this money was nothing more than a pile of waste paper. My immediate priority was finding drinkable water and food. Although I could get fresh water near the campsite, it was murky and would need to be boiled before drinking. Just when I was at my wit's end, that bag of money caught my attention. I put the bills together and used my glasses to focus sunlight on them. Soon, smoke started rising from the money. I quickly bent down and carefully blew on the sparks to fan them, then placed small pieces of wood on top of the bills. A flame quickly caught. I was so happy I jumped up and down right there on the spot. Then I found a piece of aircraft wreckage and used rocks to pound it into the shape of a pot. I poured lake water into it, and before long, the water was boiling. I was thrilled and couldn't wait to grab it, but instantly got burned by the scalding hot metal. I had to start a new fire and put out the previous one. Once the wreckage cooled down, I immediately poured the boiled water into a bottle and started drinking it in big gulps. After solving the drinking water problem, I pulled cotton thread from the sewing kit and tied it to a wooden stick, then used an earring as a fish hook to make a simple fishing rod. I stood in the lake waiting quietly. Soon enough, a fish took the bait and I quickly tried to reel it in, but the fragile cotton thread snapped in two. With no other choice, I had to venture deep into the forest to look for other edible food. Luckily, I hadn't gone very far when I discovered a patch of bushes covered with wild berries. I filled a bottle with these berries and brought them back to camp. After washing them, the wild berries looked glossy and appetizing.